It's the Cable MTG Show.
Oh, is Sataru money? The showcase is like $3. That's still pretty good, even if we're not going to play it. And we might play it, who knows. If Sataru was not in the pack, what would I be drafting here? I haven't really played with this card much. Gem Lightfoot. It seems solid. But yeah, I'm drafting $3 here. That's like one of the reasons to draft on Moto for a bit. And maybe I do play it. You know, it is a 2-minute, 2-3 menace. Could draw a card off of plotting. Blue's got some solid plot creatures. Hell yeah, Bill. I feel like the cards you would take here are kind of piddly, though, in comparison to Full Steam Ahead. I might take Strix anyway. Hello, hello, hello. Whenever you commit a crime, get a token. Burrow Fiend's really good. That would have been a good follow-up to the overrun. I feel like the blue and red cards here are not that good, right? It's like Plunderer. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Crow's Tongue, thanks for 70 months. Nearly 6 years of Prime. Aw, yeah. God, back-to-back Burrow Fiend. Yeah, I'm gonna hedge here. And quite possibly abandon my earlier picks. I feel like every time I've drafted Setaru, things have gone south real quickly. Although Bandit is like not a bad plot card with this. This table draw card to it. But the issue is that black doesn't look open at all. You know, we haven't seen any black removal. We haven't seen any like black quality cards. I'll take Bandit. I'm just gonna grab this bird. The bird makes off-color crime committing lands quite a lot better. Shellbake Scream's good if you're ahead on board. Yeah, green looking like stupid open hum this whole pack. I do think like Blue Light Crime is one of the spots where Harrier Strix is actually good. And we're like kind of in that space. God, green's so open. It's possible I should be green-blue. And just like cut my 2 black cards. The boots are kind of exciting with the double strikes. I'm gonna jam it. You're kind of forcing black a little bit here. It would be cool to actually play a Sataru in Limited, though. I keep on drafting it, and it keeps on falling apart quickly. That might be like just part of the issue of starting with a multicolored card like that. Splashing, maybe. Yeah, I'm not stoked about splashing a 2-drop. I'll splash, but it's usually going to be a later game card. Hey, Millitank. How are we finding the new set? I've been enjoying it, Millitank. I've been enjoying this set. Still a lot to learn. Oh yeah, and you're very welcome, Crow's Tongue. Can't remember if I got back to you. But yeah, cheers. Yeah, green's just stupid open hum. Correct, Scotty Pippen. I like drafting on Arena for the first few days because the overlay is really useful for people as they learn the new cards. But at a certain point, I don't mind switching over. If we get some crime committing deserts, Silver Deputy can just like tutor for crime. Yeah, the Trained Airings was late, but white overall hasn't felt that open. Green's been stupid open. If I get like, if I open a sick green card, I don't mind switching over him. Oh, hey, Geralf. Perfect. I feel like Geralf is rewarding me for sticking with blue for like no reason. Just no reason whatsoever. Unjustly rewarded here. Y'all read this card? 2 and a blue for a 2/3. Whenever you cast a spell during your turn, other than your first spell, you get a 2/2 zombie. When a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it for each other zombie that enters the battlefield under your control this turn. So if you can like plot a couple cards and play like 3 cards in a turn, you just get like a huge mass of zombies. Just this giant army. Anyway, blue cantrips, especially the 1-mana cheap cantrip, just went way up, right? Kind of nice that we got these like really cheap crime enablers and such. I'm gonna draft Shoot the Sheriff. Currently low on removal. Although again, maybe I should be considering blue-green, right? I think the Strix is gonna play better in blue-black, where it's like dealing damage from crime triggers and stuff. I've been told that I underrate Spring Splasher from a credible source. God, the Burrow Fiends are flowing from this side too. Alright, I think I'm gonna reconsider green. Well, I could just take Metamorphic Blast. Yeah, definitely some waffling going on here. Some wasted picks for sure. I don't think I have anything that cares about crime if I'm not playing that Raven, which makes the land less important. I wonder if Bristleback's actually solid here. I got these Burrow Fiends that want something to saddle them. Ups my creature count. So I'm gonna take Beaver here. Just some chonk to grow with the full steam ahead. God, I spent all of pack 1 trying to fight being blue. Or trying to fight being green, rather. Get the duels and go 3 colors. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that. I think going 3 colors makes it harder to do the multi-spell thing for Geralf. More severe color requirements. Tyrant Scorn's really good. I'm going to take the Dock, though. I'm going to take the Grizzly. Currently, we only have 1 plot creature, but they just got way better. Geralf also wants us to be plotting, right? I think we just take every plot card that we see now. Spire Bluff's nothing, right? Or it wouldn't be here still. Yeah, it's like 50 cents. I'm just going to take this draw, too. I do like the Spider. Oh no, the creature count. I want to keep the creature count high for Burrow Fiends here. You just love Sataru so much? Yeah, I was hoping to actually get to play with it, but I think I held on to it too long. I mostly like passed 1 and picked 1 it because it was $3 too, so it shouldn't cling to your $3 bill that highly. It does, Evil Baboon. Yeah. Yeah, so the more spells you can play with Geralf's, the better. So the Seize the Secrets is nice because it's going to help the gas keep flowing, and then every plot card we can suspend before we Geralf, the better. Just get a huge army. Hey, speaking of plot, yeah, Possum's solid, but it's just not what our deck needs in the same way that plot cards are. And we have 1 more pack, so if we get like 3 more plot cards, I'll be pretty happy with this deck. Maybe some green fight. I don't know how many Spring Splashers is too many. Stank the Skin Veil's really nice. Protects our good cards, but then it can also, you know, be a 1-mana card for a Geralf turn. Don't really want to play Buster. What are the odds that we should listen to Don't Touch My Clogs? We can listen to Don't Touch My Clogs. I like the song. Yeah, they had Geralf completely 180 some board states. Part of that's the people are spending time setting up for the Geralf turn, but you're like, can't lose this game, and then they just like dump like 15 power into play. Last pick Tyrant scoring. So I don't think black was particularly open this draft, but blue-black might have been. Interesting pack. I've seen Duelists of the Mind be really good. I really want to take one of these plot cards. They play so well with the Doc, the Grizzled Veteran, and they play really well with the Geralf. We're also really low on removal. We have these jailbreak schemes, and that's it, really. Makes me kind of want to take this throw from the saddle. Yeah, what if I take this throw from the saddle and just wheel an awesome blue card? I don't think that's that crazy, right? Because another blue draft is going to take the Duelist of the Mind, which I'm not even sure that I want over a plot card anyway. I think what I really want is plan the heist. Just like keep the cards flowing. Also be a really cheap suspend with the Doc. I think we would take the throw from the saddle. We'll get that. Oh my god. Well, now I feel silly because we could have taken that 2-drop that literally combos with the Step Between Worlds. The 2-drop flyer just pops off with Step Between Worlds. Well, fuck, This is best of 3. We could throw Tornado in the sideboard. I think what I want is this Take the Fall. Just super cheap, efficient card for Geralf. What flyer is that? It's like the invitational thing. It's like whenever you commit a crime, you get to loot, and then its power is equal to the number of cards you draw on the per turn. So on the opponent's turn, it's a base 03, and on your turn, it's base 1/3 because of your draw step. But this is a fucking draw 7, so if we taken it, it just like pairs really well with it, you know? I mean, here's another plot card. Maybe this card's nuts with the Grizzly, with the, with the Geralf. Let's fucking jam it. Jam it and just feel silly for not taking the other one. Another Visage Bandit or another Freestyle Commando. I like both those cards a lot. I think I'm going to take another Commando here. I feel like we need a little bit more chonk. Yeah, as much plot as we can. This card technically has plot. I don't know if it's... Well, the Burrow Fiends are milling us, right? Yeah, give me this thing. Maybe it'll be good. Speaking of Burrow Fiend, we passed 2 of these in pack 1, by the way. So we could have had 5 fucking Burrow Fiends. I might not play this Step Between Worlds. You gotta admit it does look sweet with Geralf, right? You can like start your turn with it. Hey, sup, Bellmeister. Cool. I got a lot of plot stuff, which is most of what I wanted from this pack. Good call sliding into green. Yeah, I didn't have much choice, Kruek. I think I should have earlier. Gold Rush is kind of a 1-mana card. I don't think I'm playing 2 Sentries. I also don't think I'm playing triple Harrier Strix. Did I watch Fallout? No, it'll take me a while to get to Fallout. I'll watch it. I've heard good things. Heck yeah, Snug Team. Glad you've been enjoying the stream. Glad you've been getting back into Magic. Game's still fun, huh? Oh, this is the pack where I passed with like multiple awesome blue cards, and I was thinking we would get one of them back. Yeah, the 2-drop was gone, which I anticipated. The draw spell that I wanted didn't come back, but I'm happy with Loan Shark. I'm happy with Loan Shark in this deck. Tornado for the sideboard. Hey, Spawn of Haster, thanks for the $5 donation. You want to listen to something classical-ish? We can do that. Did a couple OTJ drafts on Arena, got a few wins. Very cool. Yeah, I don't think I need this thing. I don't think I need this. We still have some cuts to make. I like the Naturalist a bit more with the Rise of the Varmints. There's a little bit of payoff there. You know, with your friend that's into anime, and she recommended too much. Oh yeah, people are into anime. They can load you up with shows, for sure. I think I'm cutting these sentries. I do kind of like all of the 1-drops with the Burrow Fiends. Or, I'm sorry, with the Razzle Dazzlers. And they're also playing well with Geralf. We're low on removal, but I still kind of want to cut these jailbreak schemes. And just be like max creatures for the Burrow Fiends. Creature varmint spawning. I think I'm gonna have to cut some creatures here. Baroque loot. This is kind of a wild loot. Look at this thing. There's so many strings there. So what happens if we cut the schemes? Could help me find the overrun. I think one of my issues with this step between worlds is like the opponent's just gonna naturally have more interaction than us. Obviously, it's really good with Geralf. But I can also just cut it and play 16 lands here. And just have more cards. That's a pretty tight curve. Razzle Dazzler really impressed you at pre-release? Yeah. Yeah, I think the card's solid. I think it pairs well with the jailbreak scheme, too. Because you can grow it up, and then on the turn that you run out of double spells, you can like push it through more, even. Hey, Roland of Gan, thanks for 85 months there. You missed a few months? Hey, but 85 months is quite a lot of months. Cheers, Roland. Yeah, let's jam 18 creatures. It'll just make the Burrow Fiend so much better. I really do want to play the jailbreak scheme so I have like any interaction. Right now we literally just have a throw from the saddle. Do these things have reach? They do not. Let's fucking go. They want to 9/7 it. I'm gonna 8/8 it. Basically, we just need one of each in the early game. We don't really have doubles until we get to the full steam ahead. And I'm not too worried about that. You want to cut the boots? Boots just being a 1-mana card, I think is great here. We've also got those cheap flyers to throw it on. Beat my mods to the race. Yeah, hope his stream was dope. I'm jamming a little bit of limited. I did a couple of limited streams over on Arena. Today I kind of wanted to convert some Moto play points to dollar dues, to boosters and cards and such. So that's why I'm playing on Moto right now. Hey, thanks, Tandy. No 2-drop from the opponent. I think we're just razzle dazzling. The question with this hand is whether or not you play out Geralf on 3. Does make it very vulnerable to random removal spells. But if I have no other play, we'll see what they do. Bant colors. Well, I got something to do. How do you feel about jumping with the Razzle Dazzler? Surprise the Varmints makes it 2-1. I think the Dazzler, I mean, it should grow on the Geralf turn, but it only gets 1 counter. I think I'm fine taking this hit and then reassessing next turn. No rush here. I would actually love to grow the Razzle Dazzler and then just like crew the Stubborn here and fill up the graveyard for the Rise. But I'm worried about running into interaction from the opponent. because they're sitting there with 4 mana up. Yeah, so you lead on the Snakeskin Veil there, because you want to accrue the Stubborn, you just get blown out by this bounce spell. And instead we got to blow them out. Opponent's got something planned, I have been trick-shotted. Big mana Screwed Socks? Yeah, but I mean, we've still had plays here. Our deck's still working. Two creatures in the graveyard for Rise of the Varmints. We're getting some nice attacks in. Both creatures self-mill, too, so if one gets answered. I kind of like the line of Geralf, Crew, serve in, and then play Rise of the Varmints. Opponent looking a little flooded there, hitting lane number 6 pretty easily. Fast effects. They're quick trying? I'm at 13 life. Just 1 extra point of damage? Put me to 9? That's the play? That's the card? What the fuck? Opponent's still passing with a lot of cards here. They only have 2 cards. That quick draw is so weird, though. I wonder if I'm like getting baited into a sweeper or something. Just serving for 6 here was totally reasonable, by the way. But I kind of dug getting another mill in. And you're only giving up like 2 damage maximum. Yeah, we're attacking for 6 regardless. How worried should I be of just dying? Those vengeful townsfolk. That quick draw was so odd. Okay. Okay. Well, if that's their play, I kind of regret not playing the Geralf, because I could have gotten an extra 2/2 out of it, but I think I want to play Rise of the Varmints here. They're just eating 6. Yeah, they're just trying to kill me. I just gotta play this. The Varmints are so good at crewing the Burrow Fiends as well, Good evening, Daboom. It's my first time casting this card. It plays really well with Stubborn, Submit again. Slickshot players up well against their 3 mana 3/3s. I don't know how much I care about that, though. I don't know if that's worth playing a 3 mana 1/4, though. Best of 3, yes. There's a best of 1 queue on Magic Online. I actually wonder if this is supposed to be a mulligan. It's only a 2-lander. We don't have a 2-drop. Deck's full of good 2-drops. Might be a little too loose. I'm gonna keep some on the draw. What a mold to 5. I'm gonna hold on to the Lava Spur Boots to trigger our Razzle Dazzlers and such. Speak of the Dazzler. Medic always overperforms for me. Probably gonna gain him a lot of life. Profine's a nice turn 2 play. Now if we hit our land, we can go Razzler Dazzler and then play the Lava Spur Boots and get a counter on it, and then I can crew the... I keep on saying crew. I know it's not crew. Hopefully everybody knows what I mean, Old dog, new tricks. Old dog, new mechanics. Rough. I guess I will play my Dazzler. Game's looking a little similar to last game, where I'm just stumbling on lands in the early game. Mount? Can't. It's saddle 2, and this is only a 1-power creature. Opponent showed me they were willing to use the +1/+1 first strike card very aggressively last game. I don't think we need to block this. Sure. It's weird, but I kind of want to Snakeskin Veil the Strix. And then use it to crew the Stubborn. I should probably just play the Boots, though. Get 2 less damage in here. Yeah, this is way better. It's not like we're, like, full-on racing them. Like, they've got this Medic plinking in. Saddle up! Mount that Badger. 2 lands, perfect. 2 islands, get those in the graveyard. Who would need islands ever? Who would ever need to draw an island here? Saddle 3 feels like it's so expensive compared to crew 3. It might be Mag Attack, it might be. Because when you're crewing something, you're like getting a whole nother attacker in. When you're saddling, you're just activating the ability of a card that could already attack. In a way, it is sort of more expensive, huh? Even though the cost is the same. Mill the lands, draw the creatures. Mill the lands, draw the creatures. Oh my fucking god. This deck's like half creatures. There's 18 creatures in here. The odds of us getting none? You're going to bed? Oh no! We're still doing stuff. We still got plays. I've never seen a Patient Naturalist whiff. Wouldn't it be wild if this was like the first one? I mean, even if the Patient Naturalist is mills 3 creatures, at least that's buffing up my angry rodent there. They're just drawing 2 and discarding a card. Okay. I feel like that's worse than cloning the Drake. Or is that too expensive? Oh yeah, there's short of mana for that. Okay. Discarded the Quick Draw, sure. I imagine that Quick Draw was in hand when they served with the Outlaw Medic earlier. Yes. Saddle up! And that milled a creature. So you have 2 critters in the bin. I might just cast Rise of the Varmints next turn and set up for full steam ahead. 9 cards in the grave and only 2 creatures. Yeah, very unlikely for our deck, huh? Although we did cast the Snakeskin Veil. But I guess the Patient Naturalist like rebought one of the one of the lands that got milled too, so that makes it even, huh? Okay, I'm just gonna play 2 2-drops then. Play this other Razzler Dazzler and then play Burrow Fiend. Oh, showed up. Hey, Takumi86, thanks for 48 months. Now we get another saddle, get even more milling. Which matters, right? It matters with our Rise of the Varmints here. It's possible that Full Steam Ahead just wins, right? And then we don't have to give them more time and commit more things to the board. Yeah, if I hit land number 5, I think I just want to do that. We could Bandit clone the Naturalist too. Try and find that 5th land that way. Let us off it, sure. Triple Burrow Fiend with 18 creatures. Seems like it should be nuts, though. It feels like we have enough self-milling for the payoff for that. I'm going to keep this hand. I'm going to bin Razzle Dazzler. Because we're just going to plot the Outcaster on 2. Oh, you meant classic OTJ. My apologies. Yeah, that's very different. Maybe I'll play Slasher on 2. And then plot Outcaster on 3. And then plot out Commander on 4. And then go Geralf. Plot. Yeah, I think I dig that. Yeah. Now I kind of want to play the Geralf. Let's plot first. Really unsure if I should have run out this Harrier Strix. It could be another, like, large amount of power, though, right? If I play a post Geralf. Yeah, that's the plan, Mega Tank. I think I can afford to do this. The double exiled zones here. I think it's going to be real juicy 7. Yeah, we'll see him. God, imagine if they'd made me discard my hand. That Collective Defiance. I would have been so mad after all this buildup. Sick. Well, we went from 0 power to, how much is this? 10, 15, 21, 23, 26, 20. We went from 0 power to 26 power on turn 7. I think that's going to be good for me. We just need the forest for the full steam ahead. That'll really cinch it. we really need that. The trample. No other way to win here. Yeah, this has got to be up near the ceiling, right, Wodar? In terms of explosive turns from plotting. Having 2 1-drops to play after the Geralf was nuts too. Is there a reason not to attack all? What if they jump the 2 5s? Then they take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They go to 1. But their 4-2 Trampler would still be up. We are playing a giant beaver. That game was awesome. I'm a little bit worried about getting run the fuck over in future games. But they stumbled for a while there. Almost makes me want to play like the... But I mean, the Horned Eternal doesn't even match up that well against their stuff, right? Like they fucking... They're playing 3-mana 4-2s. Like playing a 3-mana 1-4 doesn't work. They have Bristleback Sentries where it's at. Just like a slight tweak there. Very good chance this should be a mulligan. There's 8 islands. But we can operate fine if we just draw, like, you know, more Burrow Fiends, more green cards. Burrow Fiend is, like, one of the better things that I can do on Tomb. Felt like we had a few draws before we would need to hit Bloom. No hand's perfect, right? And the ceiling with this Geralf is kind of nice. Gross. Felt like we did some stuff that turn. Points down to 1 card in hand. I feel like we have enough board that we can plot and ship turn and not get completely destroyed. The overrun would kill me here. And maybe it doesn't if I go Geralf plus Ankle Biter. But the upside is another, like, huge burst in power next turn. Oh, that card's great. Yeah, I'm just gonna trade with stuff. Not gonna be as nutty as our last Geralf turn, but still pretty good, right? Still pretty good. Feels like it was worth waiting a turn for him. That's a pretty good follow-up. On a scale of Chimney Imp to Elishnorn, how good is Geralf? Well, it's not Elishnorn. Elishnorn took no work. It was just absurd. But it's definitely in that next tier of busted mythics. Oh yeah, Matman. Gotta convert them play points. Convert them play points to dollary dues. So I assume that shoots my Ankle Biter. Wish you what up? Hey, Walrus Boy. Thanks for the 9 months there. You're very welcome for the content. Glad you're enjoying the stream. I have been Thunder Salvoed. One's at 15. Get a little chip damage in there. Double Ferocification. If I'm them, I like double pumping the Lackey. And like, make me consider trading my Giant Beaver for it. With a double block here. Hasty Beaver. I'm only at 11 as Real Technicolor. And the opponent was at 15 on my turn. So I could have given the Beaver haste and I could have saddled and stuff. But the opponent's got Fortification down. So on board, they were already representing a solid amount of damage, and they could have drawn another giant creature to give haste with Ferocification. So if I was at a little bit more life, then yeah, maybe I get more aggressive. Or if they were at lower life, then I get more aggressive. But the fact of the matter was that I just gotta fucking... do some awkward shit. Make sure we have time to play our cards, grind them down a little bit. That'll let the Outcaster cantrip. No mag attack. Hopefully I explained that. Why I didn't use boots to attack with the Beaver last turn. And like we saw how it played out and stuff, right? You do like the Beaver has vigilance. Oh, sure. So it could have attacked and then also been a solid blocker. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I wasn't giving enough consideration of the vigilance on Beaver. Valid point, chat. Valid point. I was thinking it took away too much from my blocking, but your line might have been more accurate. Depending on how the opponent taps and what they do here, I might just go, oh, Jesus Christ. That's either someone who kept a 2-lander and then was this off it. I mean, they're 1-0. Or it's someone that has been very abused by a Badger before. PayPal? No. My mouse is on screen. Y'all see everything I do here. I don't even have chat open with my opponents. Besides, if I was going to bribe somebody, it'd be like, yo, I can hook you up with my hot aunt. Yo, can I bake you some cookies? I really need this 3-0 dog. They're going to smell so good, those butter cookies. I'll give you the draft chaff from my last 2 months of drafting. Unsorted bulk. Could be some real gems in there. You would definitely scoop for cookies in a league. Of course you would. Everybody would. Fresh, hot baked cookies straight out of the oven. Pretty pleased to the eye blinking. This hand's like really good if you hit the blue for the dock and then get to plot the commando on 3. I'm a little bit worried about actually hitting for that. Wouldn't be my first hand I've kept this league without a blue source. Ah! Opponent named Bloom. Got both the colors this time. Sataru. Raven. 2 damage. I think I'm supposed to play these boots out. Yeah, they just ate it. I was worried. I was worried about interaction with them just passing with 3 mana up like that. Is why obviously you want to play the +1 damage card before you attack. But that's what I was worried about. As I was worried about them having a thing, and they just didn't. They didn't have a thing. They didn't have a thing at all. We ended the game with an overrun in hand. Feels good. Cool. I did a one of the reasons that I started at 4 p.m. today instead of a little bit earlier